Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another plan with me. This time I'm in my 52 weeks of Halloween planner, which is also my kids' memory keeping planner. And we're gonna jump right into this. We're gonna plan for April 10th through the 16th. So by the time you guys see this, it's gonna be what, the 14th? Haven't been planning for a couple of weeks. We've been in the midst of a move. So I got some catching up to do. So catching up on this one. And that's because this was in a box for a little while. It was most definitely in a box during this one. Most definitely started getting in a box there, and I just completely just like failed that week. So this was our last finished week. So I got like a month worth of planning I got to catch up on. Good thing I keep track of everything else, but you know, it happens. So if it happens, don't be afraid to back plan, because it's just one of those things. All right, so this kit is from Sweet Bean Plans. Geez, when did I get these ones? I don't even remember when I got these ones. I think I got them was it around October? Oh man, I just don't remember when I got this. I just don't remember. I bought a whole bunch of Halloween journaling kits and other kits for her. I do want to say that it was sometime last year that I did get these kits from Sweet Bean Plans shop. So we are gonna go ahead and just get these laid down, these stickers laid down. So her bottom washi is a little bit longer than what my width is here, so I do have to kind of adjust just a little bit, but no biggie. Like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing type thing. We're gonna get into it. So since I have my planner out, we're gonna continue talking about the move. I want to say that I talked about like getting here, air mattresses deflating, all that fun jazz. Let's see. So in the midst of having air mattresses at our last place in Texas, when we got here, we also had to sleep on air mattresses as well. So, yeah, people from our church came over, helped us get the U-Haul unloaded really quickly. We got lots of stuff set up. We still have a few odds and ends that we still have to put away, but I think that's just going to take time as I figure out where I want things to go. And so, yeah, we, you know, just kind of doing that thing. And then I'm trying to think here, like, what is my next step? What do I need to talk about? Got those all done, and we hadn't heard from our movers. So we got here on Tuesday the 28th, I want to say is what it was. You know what? Why don't I just look back at my thing? Yeah. So we got the U-Haul, packed it all up on Monday. We left early Tuesday morning and got here, unloaded the U-Haul really quickly, and started working on the office. In fact, actually on Wednesday, after we did that, we actually didn't work on the office. We really kind of just needed a break. I needed to sit in the space to kind of feel how it was going to go. And, you know, we thought we had a plan for how everything was going to go. And then we were like, nope, it's going to have to change. So we have moved around and modified how it has gone, how the office is going to go 3 times now. So on Wednesday, kind of just sat with it to kind of figure out what it is and how we were going to do things, right? So once we got that figured out, then I was able to start. By Thursday, we started moving stuff about. So a lot of stuff went into the garage because, well, I should say the majority of the stuff immediately came downstairs. And then whatever we couldn't fit downstairs, we put into into the garage. So we got moving all of like the, oh, what are they called? Shelves. Totally forgot what shelves were called for a minute. Wow. We got moving the shelves around and got them situated. Decided what room was going to be what. And we didn't want a lot of open space. We wanted to make sure that the space was done with a purpose. So we did have to move things around a few times and tables a few times. And they ended up having to take a couple of tables away from other things that we were going to use. Yeah, it was just a fun adventure of it all. So we got the office set up. We kept setting the office up all through that week. First full day in the office was April 3rd. And we've just continued to kind of just work on things throughout the week. It is a very, very slow process in getting things back up and running because there are newer things that we need and stuff. So, and it doesn't help that we've been sleeping on air mattresses for as long as we've been sleeping on them. So that was not a fun and exciting time. This scene is so cute. I love that. That's why it's going there. All right, let me kind of take a look and figure out how I am going to do this with the kids. Okay, so we have these. These are going to go ahead and be the mail stickers. That's what we're going to do down here. And this is definitely a white space plan with me. Just because I like doing her kits that way. That's how my brain works with her kits. So that's what I really like to do. But I know we did structure, like really structured out, like full boxes in one line, things like that. And I'm trying to think, when was the last time we did that? I guess technically that would be this kit. Although that's a full kit. Okay, so we did it about a month ago. Okay, I'm gonna sit and think on it of what I want to do. So we'll figure it out. So air mattresses have just kind of sucked. So this last week, the week of April 3rd, our air mattresses definitely started to die. Okay, and we also moved to some place where we have more active tornado warnings. Oh no, there's only 6 of these? I thought there were 7. Okay, well then let's do something different on the weekend. Let me see. Okay, we have 2 headers here. That should work. That way, yeah, that'll work. Perfect. That way we can make the weekend look just a little bit different. So we have these things called tornadoes in this state, which are not exactly my favorite thing in the world to deal with. I don't know of anybody that actually does like dealing with them, but you know, I digress. We, glitter headers, where are you? There you are. Do I have enough? I don't think I'm going to have enough glitter headers. Okay. Let's see. 14. I need 14 of them, right? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I get 13. Dang it. Oh, I guess I can do one of these. Didn't quite work out the way that I wanted it to. Oh. No, I know what we can do. Okay. God, it's been such a minute since I have planned with the Sweet Bean plans. So pardon me for like just really messing it all up and stuff. I don't really have to-dos with the kiddos, but I figure this will be the easiest to put kind of some of the little things that happened this week and stuff and get back into that mode. Okay, so air mattresses started to die. The kiddos' air mattresses really started to die. And Poor kids. I mean, they just got the gamut of it, to be honest. And everything. But one of the things that also started to happen was we started to get this weather whether you like it or not type thing, right? And we'd been watching like the weather on, you know, like our Facebook groups, our, you know, weather apps, things like that. And we, you know, had gotten some notifications that things were going to get a little bit more active as far as storms. And so I was like, you know what, let's get a weather radio so that we can ensure that we're safe. Okay. So if you followed my post back in the Facebook group, I talked about something called the splayed starfish, and that involves Steve. And everybody's like, oh, I need to be in on this. Yes. So it involves the weather. Okay. So he actually hurt himself during this move. He injured his back some, which is not super uncommon in all of this. It usually happens where like muscles twinge and stuff because you're using muscles you haven't used in a long time and stuff. So let's put this down. Let's put this one down first before we put another box. That way we're kind of spaced really well. And that way if I need to pick up anything I can. So we you know, moving muscles that you haven't moved in quite a while type scenario, and sleeping on air mattresses, obviously getting older. None of this is conducive to this entire thing, right? So here we are sleeping on an air mattress. We're really kind of done with air mattresses at this point. We're tired, we're exhausted, we don't want to do this anymore. And I want to say this was Wednesday night. I think it was it Wednesday night? What's today? So it was either Tuesday or Wednesday night. Okay, I want to say Tuesday night, but possibly Wednesday. Storms are coming in, and here it is the middle of the night, and then all of a sudden our weather radio goes off because it has the alert system on there and we had it plugged in. Our weather radio goes off and we go scrambling. Okay, we're jumping up and we're scrambling. Okay, I'm gonna face this. Let's see, what's the best way? We're gonna pretend that this is the bed. Okay, we're gonna pretend that this is the bed. Guys, I really honestly thought this through. Okay, I have an action figure here that's gonna represent Steve. Okay, this is the bed, the air mattress that we were sleeping in, because I don't think I can accurately depict what happened until I can like act it out for you. So I'm gonna turn it this way so that don't have to worry too much about the coil. Okay. Okay, so here we are, you know, sleeping just soundly. I mean, I don't know how he sleeps. He sleeps on his side, he sleeps on his back, whatever. All right, we've just got Spock here. Come on, Elbow, work for me. Okay, Elbow doesn't really want to work, whatever. Okay, so he's sleeping, right? Weather radio goes off. He goes to get up off the bed, and you know, he's pardon me for all of my non-action figure ability to do stuff. Okay, so he's getting up, his crouched legs, he goes to stand up and his hamstring cramps, and next thing you know, and mind you, this is an exaggeration and interpretation of the events that took place while my back was towards him while I was trying to figure out how to turn off the weather alarm going off while my kids were running down the hallway, right? So he gets a leg cramp in the back of his hamstring. So this is kind of how I figured how it went. Okay, and literally this is how I turned around and he was on the ground, laid out. Literally arm and head up on the corner of the air mattress and splayed out, literally like that, you guys. I'm not joking. And yes, I have his permission to tell this story, okay? I'm not making fun of my husband without his permission. I mean, I'm not making fun of him. Anyways, because it was a very funny thing that happened in the midst of a chaotic thing that we didn't even know was going to happen. Okay. And I turn back around and I see him and I didn't laugh, you guys. I only laugh now because it's in the past, but I look at him and I'm like, are you okay? He's like, can you get me some water? So I give him some water and he's still laying like this, chugging his water. And then he's like, I got a hamstring cramp. Can you help rub it out? So I'm helping massage the back of his hamstring so it will stop cramping and he's able to get up. And finally, you know, he sits up. I'm going to go ahead and move the action figure out of the way and we'll continue on. But he sits up and he, you know, is able to make it back to bed. And I'm going to end up doing two. You know what? Let's do this. We're going to move you over. So he ends up getting back in bed. Things calm down. Kids get going back to bed. And we finally can relax from the chaotic event of a weather alarm going off. Mind you, we didn't have to run down to the basement or anything. Like, there was no tornado happening. It was a severe thunderstorm alert, but we also didn't know that that was going to happen. So it kind of scared the bejesus out of us. Okay. So poor guy, but he just starts chuckling, okay, as he lays back down in bed. And I lost it, you guys. I lost my mind with this because I am so I'm sorry. It was so funny. And I was just on a roll of how how he was splayed out. And we were just, I mean, we were laughing so hard. I was like, I really honestly didn't know what had happened. So, you know, I was a little concerned that maybe you tripped, you fell, whatever. But, you know, when he tells me the hamstring, and the next day I did have to show him what I thought my interpretation of it was. And he kind of looked at me and he's like, well, you're not wrong. Which just kind of makes it all the more funny because I was being pretty dramatic when I was acting it out, okay? I mean, more so dramatic than I just acted it out there for you guys. But that is what the splayed starfish is. I told him that's his new superhero name. He doesn't think I'm that funny, you know, when I talk about it now. But you know, I mean, it was funny. It was funny. And you know, he can laugh about it. He laughs about it now. And that's just kind of how it goes. But yes, I knew that, you know, when people on the Facebook group were like, okay, I need to see this splayed starfish. I was like, oh, there's nothing to see. It's all a story. It is all a story of what happened. So that night, the weather alarm went off 2 additional times. Luckily, the kids slept through it because I jumped out of bed super, super fast to get to it and turn it off. Because I don't know about you, but I don't have time for alarms going off like that in the middle of the night. So yeah, that was his adventures of that, which like I said, you guys, it is super funny. And maybe it's not funny to you right now. Maybe you're just like, she is a kook. And I don't know if I want to be friends with her. That's okay. Like, I'll totally take that because that's fine. In the moment and the few days after, and even now, like just picturing it, it's really, really funny. Poor guy. I guess in all, it's a reminder to, drink your water, so that you don't get leg cramps in the middle of the night when you should be sleeping and a weather alarm goes off and scares the crap out of not you, but your kids, but your wife. Funny thing, the dogs didn't make a peep. here we are scrambling in the dark, because mind you, we don't know where anything is in this house yet. We don't know how the layout goes, and stuff. And our dogs, they just kind of did, you know, whatever. They're just like, oh, craziness happening over there. Yeah, so my dogs didn't care if we died, which is lovely because I give them so much food and so much love. But, you know, whatever, dogs, whatever. I see how it is. I see how it is. But yeah, that was fun times, guys. Fun times of moving and everything. So yeah. So if you happen to hear me refer to him as a splayed starfish, it is just a loving reminder of one of our first storms here in Missouri and how it affected everything. All right, so since I don't really have any more smaller boxes, okay, I have one more box over here, and then I can use a header and stuff. But yeah, so by now we have our household goods. They got delivered on Friday, the weekend before Easter. So now we are just we're just inundated by boxes right now. And it is going through and unloading all the boxes so that we can start living again. And that's the hardest thing for me. For me, I have, as I've come to learn what is referred to as ADHD paralysis, I kind of freeze up and I don't know what I'm going to do. And it, yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Let's go here. And I don't think I'll have room for a glitter header, so that's fine. That's perfect. So this is where my husband comes into play, because he can see it and be like, okay, this is what we need to do. This is what we're going to get done, and really kind of keep me in check, because I see it and I don't know where to begin. I don't know how to begin. So he really does help in that aspect. And he's gotten the kids, he's given them tasks, and they actually got a lot of stuff unpacked today while I was filming. So I'm extremely grateful for that, because for me, it would take months for me to get through these boxes. Whereas with him, it's only going to take a couple of weeks, or, you know, I'm assuming a couple of weeks. However, it might be a week. It just depends on how things work out this next week. So, all right, let's get the sidebar done. Okay, so I have dinners happening down there. Let's go ahead. They have been really into reading their books lately, which, I mean, when you have no internet, that's a yay. So I am going to mark what book they're reading. Well, at least what one of them's reading. I'll mark their top 3, and I shall do just like some super important, whatever, highlight, kind of like a highlight, low light type thing. So, all right, I think that is it. Let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, yes. Love it, love it, love it. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed my splayed starfish story, and yeah, let's have fun this week. Have fun this week. I don't know what we're gonna be doing, because we don't have dance, we don't have taekwondo, because we got to get all signed up for all of those things. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna put in for this week. It really is gonna be like every little mundane thing that they're doing. Every little thing. I know they were building Legos. I know that they've been, like, literally, it might be like unpack 2 boxes type things. Like, I might write down who unpacked what box. That's like what we're getting down to. So, all right, you guys, if you enjoyed this plan with me, please give me a thumbs up. Comments down below. As always, everything's always in the description box. And if you're new here, welcome, and please subscribe to my channel. And I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye now.